Hello, and thanks for stopping by and listening. I wanted to share with you something that's very impactful to your day. We often find ourselves in overwhelm and frustration, and when that's happening, it's usually because of some expectation that's not being met, some disappointment about something happening, overwhelm because things aren't flowing the way we would love for them to flow. And so we often think, oh, time management, manage my time better. And yet I wanna question that, and I would love for you to comment here, but what if it wasn't really about time management? What if it was more about energy management, right? Um, when we're in a higher vibe, when we're feeling happy and joyful and grateful, of course, we're going to respond to things in a different way. In fact, the same things in a different way. That one moment it will disappoint us and frustrate us and put us into overwhelm. And in another minute, it won't bother us at all, right? So we have to ask ourselves, is it really about time management? Or is it more about energy management? Now, I will say that, of course, all of us need structure, right? In order to accomplish things, we need that structure to get things done, of course. And so we set schedules and we set appointments, or we give ourselves time frames to get things done. And yet we can't control that, can we? Because things do happen, things occur, life happens, and managing time, we only get 24 hours, all of us. And if things aren't happening the way we anticipated, things are going to get changed. So, what I propose is that energy management is far more effective in our well being that allows us to flow with what's happening. So, let's think about this. For example, there's four components that I like to figure into, and I've gotten this from much study in various ways. And one of them is our physical ability, right? Our physical energy management. Are we sleeping? Are we eating correctly? Are we showing up in some kind of exercise or movement each day? Are we doing spot ones throughout the day? Then we think about mentally, where is our mind going? Are we in the constant, you know, cycle of go, 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 go in our minds and wearing our minds down? Or are we rejuvenating our minds with breaks and with maybe going into daydreaming or drifting into visualization from time to time? How do we talk to ourselves, right? And then we think emotionally, of course, emotional, these all kind of lap over, right? But emotionally, well, where are we going? Are we in gratitude? Do we have spots of joy? How are we looking at things, right? And all this is blended together. Like no one component is devoid of the other. And then we have the last component, which is the spiritual aspect. Like, where are our inspirations coming from? Where are we staying in that inspiration, that trust, that ability that we are agile no matter how we go? Resilience is not about bouncing back. True resilience is really about bouncing forward, like taking the challenges and the disappointments or the lack of expectation, and the frustration, and finding ways to move through it. So let's illustrate this. We all know that athletes, they perform, they work hard at their physical performance. And yet, is that the only thing that's focused on? No, no. It's also about their self-talk. It's about the rest they get, the food they eat. It's about how they're showing up in life, right? The more they can all have the same physical abilities, and yet some of them will perform better than others simply by the way they're caring for all components of their life. So, as a parent, as a person, a parent, so many parents are working now, building careers or building businesses. to help make ends meet and to also fortify your own purpose in life, right? So, how are we showing up in all aspects and how can we fortify that energy? Because it's really not only about us, is it? Our as leaders of our life, we're also leaders of those around us, right? And leadership is not about being in charge of others as much as it is about being in service to ourselves and in service to whoever we're surrounded with, that we're working with, and our children. We're mentoring. How we do is how they'll do. They will be affected by the energy that we show up. So we might be doing all the right things, but are we energetically showing up? And again, it's like getting up in the morning, right? There's certain things that we do to take care of our physical presence. So when we come into the world, we're clean and we're all set to go for the day, dressed well, appropriately to what we're doing. But what's going on in the inside, right? That shines through anything we do on the outside. So I hope this is helpful, and I would love to hear comments, tips, anything that you can share or thoughts you have about this topic. And let's have a conversation. All right. I'm Laura Greco, by the way, founder of the Resilient Mama Movement, and you can find me at that website. I am so excited to share this with you, and I hope it's helpful to you. Let me know. And yeah, see you on the other side. Much love.